Leipzig, and Angelino can thump it. Kunku, who keeps possession but does end up losing it, as does Pessina for Atalanta. So here's Nkunku, finally plays the ball forward to Konrad Laimer, who's in a bit of space. Tackle from Demiral to win the ball back for Atalanta. Going stuff at the moment. Here's Luis Muriel now on the left wing, looking to work his way in on his right foot. It's the exact same way that he got that goal in the first half. And he's back on the ball again. It's a good shot from him, dealt with by Golashi. Ball fell to Muriel on the edge of the box. It's a good shot, just creeping wide possibly. The goalkeeper just making sure of that one. All started from Demiral's brilliant tackle. On loan from Juventus, of course, been linked to several clubs in January. And it's possible that Juventus won't want to get rid of him after the season he's had. He did have a very good impact since joining Ladea. And here come Leipzig once again on this left-hand side. Angelino on the ball. And Nkunku. Back to Angelino it goes. No space for him to work into. And back it goes to Campbell once again. Campbell just looking for a bit of space in front of him. Back it goes to Guardiol. Guardiol plays it to Andre Silva. It goes once again to Guardiol, who looks to switch the play, and it's a poor switch from him as it finds Salic. It's flicked forward to Dani Olmo, and Leipzig have possession once again. Here's Klosterman on the ball, switches play to Angelino. Angelino now finds Olmo in a bit of space in midfield. This is better from Leipzig, but again, just that final third losing out to Atalanta. And here's a chance for a counter-attack for Atalanta. Muriel looking to get involved. Played forward. It's a good piece of play by Ben Henriks to win the ball. Leipzig once again try their luck on that left-hand side. Olmo decides to switch play. Finds Nkunku. And Nkunku could switch it all the way back to the other wing, and he does so. Finds Angelino now. Looks to cross it in. It's a good ball to the edge of the box. Here's Olmo. Good chance. It's a good shot, and it's headed away by Demiral for a corner. Leipzig really working their way into this second half. It's probably the best chance of the half so far. It's a pretty good shot from Olmo. Had a bit of power behind it. Was heading straight for the goalkeeper, but turned away by Demiral. And this will be their second corner of the game. It's going to be Nkunku to take this one. He takes it short. It's a quick 1-2. And back it goes to Nkunku, who's going to cross it in towards the penalty spot. Headed away by Palomino. Here comes Orban now, just looking to usher the ball out for a Leipzig throw. And the throw is taken quickly to Campbell. So there's Campbell on the right-hand side, plays it out to Konrad Laimer. Laimer looking to find Nkunku in a bit of space on the left wing. Sides against it, finds Guardiol. Guardiol in midfield now, running towards the box. Here's Nkunku. Can he work an angle for the shot? He's just been taken down, and the referee has given a penalty. He was standing right next to Nkunku as he went down. Nkunku's found the ball in the box. He's tried to work an angle for a shot. And it's Demiral who's just stuck a foot out lazily to try and stop the ball. He's caught Nkunku's trailing leg. And that's brilliant from Nkunku. And he wins the penalty for his side. Michael Oliver just having a quick word with the VAR, Paul Tierney. And Paul Tierney agrees with Michael Oliver that it is a penalty. So the check is over. The penalty stands. And it's going to be Andre Silva to step up to take this one. Has 4 European goals already. Has scored in this competition this season. Scored in the last game as well against Borussia Dortmund. So here we go then. Penalty for Leipzig. Andre Silva steps up to take it. Michael Oliver just has a quick word with the goalkeeper, tells him to stay on his line. And it's going to be Andre Silva for Leipzig to level this game. This vital game in the first leg of the quarterfinals. By Atalanta. Missed their chance. And it's put into the net by Orban. It's a bit of a messy into the back post, and Orban makes a right. It's a brilliant cross in right onto the penalty spot. Orban's ran from the back post to meet the ball. It could even go down as a Zappacosta. Second here on the left-hand side. Here's Tedesco will be thrilled that his team are back in it. It was a real messy goal, and it has actually gone down as an own goal for Zappacosta in the end. And it's Leipzig 1, Atalanta 1. Muriel's first half goal has been equalised by Zappacosta, turning it into his own net. If he wasn't there to do it, it would have been turned in by Orban anyway. And Leipzig are back in it, and just like that, Atalanta decides that they're going to make a few changes here. And off comes Pessina for Giorgio Scalvini, who will make an appearance. And off also comes the goal scorer Luis Muriel, and it's a good sign for Atalanta because on comes their main goal scorer Zapata. Does seem fit enough to play. Has been out with injuries in the last few weeks, but he is back, and it's a very attacking change. And there's going to be another change as well. There's going to be 3 changes in all. Pasalic is coming off, and on comes Jeremy Boga for Atalanta. And now Leipzig are getting in on the substitution scene. And it's going to be Andre Silva, the man who missed the penalty to put them level. He will be coming off. And on comes the man that normally takes their penalties, Emil Forsberg. The Swede comes on for his 9th European appearance this season. Has scored 4 goals, 2 in both of the European competitions. And after all those substitutions, we are back underway. So the ball is back in Leipzig's possession in their own half. It is Angelino who thumps it forward once again, looking for the new man, Forsberg, who's just taken up the same role as Silva, just playing in behind Nkunku. There's a bit of an off-the-ball incident here as Angelino goes to throw it in quickly, but he's taken out by Hans Hateboer. Referee just says, play on. And here is Forsberg getting his first touch of the ball. He's been pushed off quite quickly by Demiral, and here comes Boga now in the midfield. Boga finds Freuler. Freuler losing the ball in his own half. Here's a bit of wasted possession from Atalanta once again, but it's headed out for a throw-in just on the halfway line. Well, I'm sure that Leipzig manager Domenico Tedesco will be worried at the sight of Duvan Zapata, the Colombian. 3 goals in the Champions League this season. Hasn't played in this competition due to a hamstring injury, but he is back. Was on the bench in their last game, that 3-1 home defeat against Napoli. But he is back now and ready to try and put his side back in it. And here he is on the ball. Zapata. He's got Boga to his left. Boga now on the ball. Can he work an angle onto his right foot to get a shot? He can. Decides against it and decides to pass it to Koopmeiners. And it's a bit of a scramble now. And here is another chance for Atalanta with Scalvini running onto it. Here's Zapata now in the box. Scalvini, oh, it's a great chance for Atalanta. Ball's fallen to Scalvini about 8 yards out. He's got plenty of room and it's just bobbled up in front of him. Oh, it's painful to watch as he skies that one well over the goal. Just a neat little side foot into the net would have done it, but it's not to be. And Leipzig survive, but here come Atalanta once again on this right-hand side. There's a big chance now for them to get into it, and it's off the post. It's then hit the goalkeeper's back, and it's gone out for a corner. It could have gone anywhere off of the back of Gulacsi. It's Koopmeiners who worked his way into the box, has a shot on his left foot, hits the post, and then hits the goalkeeper, and out it goes for a corner. It's going to be taken pretty quickly here by Koopmeiners. Back in it goes towards Zapata. It's headed away by Leipzig. And once again, headed away a second time. And here's Angelino now on the ball, looking to play it forward to Nkunku, who's managed to find himself in a bit of space on the left-hand side. Running onto the wing. Nkunku's got 2 men in the box. Can he find one of them? Oh, he can, but it's just a poor touch from Olmo. And here's Henriks now on the ball. Henriks, quick 1-2, decides to play it to Olmo instead. Olmo looking to pass it through Boga's legs. Obviously not going to make many passes that way. And the ball is back with Campbell for Leipzig, as he just calms this play down a little bit. Been end-to-end stuff in the last few minutes. And I'm sure Leipzig will be trying to get back into it. But the ball has been kicked out here by Leipzig as they see the Atalanta captain, Remo Freuler, on the floor. Seems to have a bit of an injury. Man who's been captain for the last few games with Toloi out. Let's have a look at the replay of the penalty. It's a strong hand from Juan Musso to save that effort from Andre Silva from the penalty spot. The header's come back in and he's made another great save to push it away from goal. But he couldn't do anything about the resulting cross. Went all the way to the back post, and there was the Hungarian defender Orban to turn it in. And it's very similar to the goal that he scored against Sociedad in this competition a few weeks ago. A missed penalty, but he was there to turn it in. And after a missed penalty, he turns in a cross to level it for Leipzig. And it's another substitution here for Atalanta. It's the captain, Remo Freuler, that comes off And on comes Alexei Miranchuk for his 4th European appearance this season. And Leipzig have possession of the ball once again in defence. The ball is back with Galashi in goal. And it's thumped forward by Guardiola. Is Benjamin Henrichs on the wing. Plays it to Konrad Laimer, who finds Nkunku's run on the right-hand side. Nkunku looking to cross the ball in. Manages to run rings around Zappacosta. Loses the ball. Zappacosta just pushing him with both hands. The referee has waved play on unbelievably. Leipzig do have possession once again with their goal scorer Orban on the ball. Plays it to Forsberg, who looks to play it forward. And yet again, Atalanta can just hoover the ball up in their own half. And here's Hans Hatebo, who takes a quick throw in. So here is Giorgio Scalvini. Missed that brilliant opportunity a few minutes ago. Zappacosta now on the ball on the left-hand side of the pitch. Plays it back to Jeremy Boga. Boga just trying to make a run in behind the defence. Zappacosta looking for him. It's come back to Scalvini once again. Scalvini, really tall figure in midfield. And then the ball's found its way to Zappacosta. And again, good attempt on goal in the end by Duvan Zapata. It's a pretty timid effort. But they are getting into positions where they can have a few shots on goal at the moment. It's more than Leipzig are doing. And again, Zapata is on the ball. Plays it to Koopmeiners. And here's a chance on the right-hand side for Atalanta. Here's Hans Hatebo. Plays it back to Koopmeiners once again. Back it goes to Hatebo. Trying to work an angle to get a cross in. Goes into the box, and here's Duvan Zapata. Can he win the ball back? Bouncing right in front of him, and Dani Olmo sticks a leg in and plays it away for Leipzig. Hatebo now thumps it back towards the Leipzig defenders. It's headed away by Orban, and it's dealt with by Campbell in midfield. And Campbell now on the ball. Forsberg in possession is Konrad Laimer. And I think Laimer is about to kick this one out, as there's another injury to one of Leipzig's players. It's Guardiola who is down, and he's now got up and he's on the ball, and he's hopping forward himself, and he's won a free kick after Miranchuk takes him out in midfield. Taken quickly by Leipzig. They're not hanging about here as they try and work their way down the left-hand side of the pitch. It's a bit of a slip again by Leipzig player. And Atalanta now win a quick free kick themselves. Miranchuk going down this time. Well, Miranchuk has had a few injury struggles in recent weeks, mainly with his hip. They played 45 minutes against Napoli and got an assist as well, so can work his magic with 20 minutes to go. Leipzig 1, Atalanta 1 as it stands. Pretty even scoreline going into the second leg, which will be next Thursday. And here's a throw-in for Atalanta in the Leipzig half. Zappacosta looks for the run of Zapata, who's made his way to the byline. Zapata now still wrestling to win the ball back, and he finds Boga, who skips past Orban. And he play it back to Zapata. He can. Zapata's going to have a shot from an impossible angle, turned away for a corner by Orban. And Atalanta have their 5th corner of the game. And it does seem as if Leipzig are about to make a change, but a quick corner is taken, and it's Boga now on the ball. Skips past Nkunku. Can he turn it into the box? He can, but it's cleared away only as far as Koopmeiners, who will cross it into the back post. There's a good chance And it's just headed wide by Demiral. Managed to find himself in a bit of space in the back post. He's just headed it wide. It's hit the post that holds the net up in the end and gone out. And it's going to be a double substitution here for Leipzig. It's going to be Marcel Halstenberg and Dominik Szoboszlai that are going to come on. And off comes Josko Guardiol, who's been thoroughly involved in this game. Off as well comes Dani Olmo, who hasn't had the best evening. He's really struggled to make his passes land this afternoon. And on comes Szoboszlai, who has had 7 assists this season. Struggled with injury. It's played wide to Henriks, who finds the run of Forsberg ahead of him. Forsberg just taking it a bit too wide. Has managed to shunt Zappa Costa off the ball, who's really not been involved in this game at all. Darun, he's been a big part this afternoon. And here is a first touch for Szoboszlai, who tries to get it in towards Nkunku. It's cleared away once again by Leipzig, by Atalanta. So the ball is back with the goalkeeper, and it's played all the way to the midfield and back again to the goalkeeper. So they just struggle once again to get out of their own half. With 15 minutes to go, you'd imagine the Atalanta boss, Gianpiero Gasparini, is pretty happy with the way that his team have performed this evening. Have had 17 attempts on goal to Leipzig's 7. So he might be frustrated with that statistic, but an away goal is very important in the first leg. And they will welcome the visit of Leipzig to Bergamo in a week's time. Here's Zappa Costa, who throws it to Zapata. Zapata looks to skip his way through Leipzig traffic, loses the ball. He's not too pleased with Michael Oliver there. He was taken down in the process, but the referee says play on. And here's Klostermann on the ball for Leipzig. Again, can't find his way to the midfield. Back it goes to the goalkeeper, who has to thump it forward once again. A slip from Zappa Costa, and Leipzig can keep the ball. It's Campbell now who runs forward. It's a poor pass from Campbell as he looks for Konrad Laimer. And Atalanta have possession once again with Boga on the left-hand side of the pitch. Finds Scalvini now in possession. Scalvini plays it back to Darun. And Scalvini once again on the ball. Darun has taken over the captain's armband as well as he thumps it over the top to Zapata, who is just offside. Every single offside call has come from the same linesman this evening. And the Atalanta manager not too pleased with that offside call. Well, as I mentioned, they are 7th in Serie A. Atalanta really struggling to get into the European places this season. And unless they win this competition, you'd imagine that it could be curtains for them in terms of European football next season. Leipzig, though, in 4th in the Bundesliga and looking a bit better. Not looking good on the ball at the moment, though, and it's a lucky escape for them as the handball by Scalvini. And it just going to be a free kick in their own half. So Halstenberg on the ball, thumps it over the top towards Forsberg, who's made a brilliant run. He's got to try and beat Demiral to the ball here. And Demiral finds his goalkeeper, Van Musso. Of course, saved a penalty after about 56 minutes, only to find the ball in his net moments later from his own teammate Zappacosta. Turned in a cross to level the game for Leipzig. And with about 10 or so minutes remaining on the clock, it's Leipzig 1, Atalanta 1. Muriel got onto Atalanta's goal in that first half. Just worked his way into the box. Worked a brilliant angle for himself and thundered it into the back of the net. And here's another chance for Atalanta to take the lead. It's played over the top towards Zapata. It's just run a bit too far, and Zappacosta's trying to get to the ball. Scalvini wins it back in midfield for them. And it's played forward to Zapata once again. Orban just struggling to deal with it. It's gone out for a throw-in. And they've gained a bit of territory here. It's Scalvini on the ball now, trying to work it to the edge of the box. Plays it out to Hatebo. It's a heavy pass from him. Angelino tries to clear it, but again, not far enough. And here's a chance for Leipzig to get the ball back into the box. And once again, it goes out for a Atalanta corner. And Hatebo has really worked his socks off in this second half on that right-hand side. It's going to be Court Miners once again to take this one. Could go short with the corner again. Duvan Zapata's just having a quick chat with the referee, asking him to watch his opponent's elbows in the box. And the ball makes its way into the box. It's headed away by Christopher Nkunku. And it's a throw-in on the far side. Going to be taken by Court Miners once again. Who throws it in towards Zapata. Zapata just couldn't get his head onto it. And Konrad Lima comes away with the ball in midfield for Leipzig. Just gets shoved off the ball by Jose Luis Palomino, who's done really well there to win the ball back for Atalanta, with Zappacosta coming on the left-hand side. They are looking the more lively of the two to get the win, as Boga wins the throw-in as well. Their tactics have been absolutely spot on this evening. Gian Piero Gasparini says that his tactics were actually inspired by Louis van Gaal's Ajax side. There's a pretty solid resemblance to that side, the way that they press high up the pitch. But here come Leipzig now on the counter-attack. It's Konrad Lima who finds Nkunku in space, and he's got Angelino ahead of him. Angelino crosses it into the back post. There's a great chance for Leipzig, and it's off the bar by Szoboszlai. It's a great header from him. Could that be the chance that Leipzig were desperate for in this second half to get into the lead? Angelino's found himself in acres of space on the left-hand side. He's crossed it into the back post. But Dominic Szoboszlai was there, and he heads it back across goal. It's just too high, and it's come off the crossbar and back into play. And Atalanta can breathe a heavy sigh of relief now that they are back in possession with Palomino. Well, several times the ball has hit the woodwork this evening. Andre Silva's hit the post. Salic has hit the post. And now Szoboszlai has hit the crossbar. It's been end-to-end stuff in this second half. It's still a few minutes left for either side to get themselves in the lead. And here come Atalanta now with Boga on the edge of the box. Boga's worked his way into the box, and it's brilliant defending by Benjamin Henriks. And he's coming on the counter-attack now as he tries to find the run of Szoboszlai ahead of him. Again, cut out by Atalanta. And here comes Koopmeiners now to switch the ball to Boga on the left-hand side. Boga cannot take the ball down. And it goes out for a throw-in. Well, Atalanta will be extremely relieved that Szoboszlai couldn't turn that one in. It's a brilliant header from him. He's dived to go and get it. It's just ricocheted off the bar. Really unlucky. But Leipzig just cannot find the back of the net this evening. And they are back in possession once again, with Konrad Laimer playing it back to his goalkeeper. So about 6 minutes remaining on the clock here. Leipzig 1, Atalanta 1. Leipzig just winning the ball in midfield and then losing it once again to Zappacosta on the left-hand side. Zappacosta now trying to take on Henriks. Henriks stands firm and wins the ball back for the German team, as the goalkeeper thumps it up once more. Those intricate little passes between goalkeeper and defenders seems to have stopped in the last few minutes. I think the message from Tedesco on the touchline is just clear the ball and get rid. It really worked in their favour here though, as Atalanta win a free kick on the right hand side of the pitch, and it's going to be a yellow card here for the man that just came on, Halstenberg. As I mentioned, missed the majority of the season. Bit of a rusty tackle from him. And it's a quick free kick for Atalanta. Here's Scalvini once again on the ball. He's managed to get himself in some good areas in this second half. Here's Boga now looking to find Zapata ahead of him. Boga just being turned away by the Leipzig defenders, closing the door in his face. Here's Boga once again. He's managed to find his way to the byline, crosses it in, and it's dealt with by the Leipzig. Nkunku, as he looks to run past the Roon. So a few heavy touches from him, and it is going to be a free kick. And it's going to be a double substitution. That's coming off here. He's had a pretty solid evening. And it's going to be Nkunku that comes off as well. So, a bit of a surprising change there, as we see Novoa Ramos come on for Leipzig. And it's a free kick taken towards the back post. The man who came on for Henriks is the centre-back Mukiele. he has managed to find himself in a bit of space on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Klosterman. Both sides. It's substitution remaining as well. And there's Mukiele now, who decides to get on his bike on the right-hand side. Switched play towards Angelino on the left. It's a good ball in by him. It's a good chance for Leipzig. It's turned away by Palomino. And yet again, it'll be another corner. Conrad Limer's cross. Just dealt with by Palomino. And it's a corner. It's taken quickly. And there's a chance for them to get the ball into the box. They've decided against it, and it's gone all the way back to Campbell in midfield. Here's Angelino once more on the left-hand side. The cross does eventually come in. Scalvini heads it away. And another chance, this time for Hugo Novoa Ramos. It's ball pass in the end from Halstenberg. And Atalanta win it back with Boga on the left-hand side. There's Scalvini, plays it forward to Zappacosta, who's in quite a lot of space. He's got Zapata at the back post, who's absolutely free. And the cross is dealt with by the Leipzig defenders. It's actually Orban who turned that one away for another corner. Well, Zapata was in acres of space just before this corner gets taken. But he's going to come off. And it's actually been headed away for another corner. Demiral. It's going to be yet another corner for Atalanta. What's that penalty spot? Slip. There's a chance. Oh, and it's a good shot from Szoboszlai. It's turned away by Musso. Orban, here's a chance, it's scrappy. And it's Mukiele who's had a shot. And there's going to be 3 minutes of added time to what is an exciting finish here at the Red Bull away. Back into this game in the second half. Managed to equalise and nearly took the lead. Again there, Mukiele taking a shot from about 6 yards out, and it's just thumped into one of the Atalanta players and cleared away as Lima looks to play in Mukiele once again. Boga now on the ball on the left-hand side. What can he do? Can he work his magic? He does, and he manages to break free of 3 Leipzig defenders. Finds Scalvini, who switches play. There's a chance now for Miranchuk to get him involved in this one. Miranchuk just playing it back to Palomino. Palomino plays it wide once again. This time to Pizzella, who has his first touch on the ball. Scalvini. Back it goes to Darun. Here's Demiral. Leipzig pressing hard, similar to what Atalanta did in that first half, stopping them from working their way through the thirds. It's headed away by the Leipzig defenders once again. Ball is now with Atalanta in midfield. Scalvini looking to win it back after a loose pass, and Pizzella does his job and wins the ball back. So the ball's played forward to Zapata. Zapata couldn't win the header. Was he in an offside position this time? Is the ball's played to him? He was, according to the linesman. And with a minute to go of added time, we're just having a look at the replay now, and Mukiela's shot from about 6 yards away is an absolutely thunderous strike. And here come Atalanta once again when Scalvini plays it wide to Boga. Boga plays it to Zapata. Can he get the ball back? He can. Boga plays it through, neat pass. To have a corner. Will the referee allow them to take it? And Zapata's header will be the final play of the match. An incredible end here to this game. Atalanta opened the scoring in the first half. Luis Muriel with a brilliant finish. And Leipzig levelled it in the second thanks to a Zappacosta own goal after just about an hour. Well, a brilliant first leg. The second leg comes in a week's time, and it'll be the Italian side who have home advantage for that one. The final score here at the Red Bull Arena: Leipzig 1, Atalanta 1.